line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I ever hide is the finish.
Well, it is one last hurrah before the big update comes for the Dirt Refresh coming up tomorrow night. But ladies and gentlemen, for the All-Star Open, this is going to be a shootout to say the least. This is your driver lineup of some of the hardest throwing little crazy drivers you've ever seen in a front-wheel drive car. Honda Civic Type R's, the Hyundai Elantras, and all of them are here today to bring it to the house. Hi everyone, I am the Crusader Christian Driver, joining you back here on the Dirt Series and on the Dirt Track, and presented by 50 Esports, 505 Esports, and of course the Sport Wheel Drive Sim Hub Racing League. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's time to start the All-Star race for the heat number 1, and on the pole in the number 67, it'll be Sean Leisure, the outside, the 39, Aiden, the Iceman Kirker. Run number 2 in the number 9, it's Beckett Brown, the outside, in the air, in the 51, Eric Gigan. Run number 3 is the 15, John O'Brien, the outside, in the 07, that will be Greg Langford. And finally in the number 4, Joseph Costello. That is your first heat of the day. Drivers right now preparing for action, preparing for battle here. The first of a couple heats. Should be a little bit of a wild start here, a little bit of a battle out for these drivers. Everyone looking confident, looking smooth as can be, but you just know when they start digging into the ground, it will start to get a little crazy out there. Also, I'm probably going to get asked this, and I'm just going to say it right now, yes, the cars are a little bit off the track, and the track doesn't quite turn the way it's supposed to. That's not because it's something that iRacing messed up on. That's something I messed up on. So, currently, with the way the graphics configuration will be when it comes out tomorrow night, we're going to be updating that and figuring it out. So, that's just a little heads up for you guys out there if you're wondering. But anyway, we're going to get ready down to the action. We have begun the grading order here. Everybody preparing up. They're ready to get to it. And if you remember what it was like watching these cars on an oval, imagine what kind of craziness they'll bring back on the dirt. It should be a fun one to see. Kind of weird too, seeing like the Iceman there and Kirker actually racing in a dirt series. I'm so used to seeing him race on the asphalt side. It's kind of interesting to see him kind of going out there and trying something a little different here. So see what happens here as drivers currently just get themselves squared up. Sean Leisure, though, definitely the favorite here out of this session. 4,000 I rating to his name and a heavy dosage of speed and power to his line. Certainly know he'll be bringing it to the house today. As we roll them off down through the final two corners here, down the back straightaway, it is a bull ring as it gets style race, and it's about to get a little wild. 7 down that line into the starting zone. Green flag is out. Here we go. Right out of the gate, and the 07 there, Greg Langford getting a little bit of a drive right off on the number 15, John O'Brien, swinging it down the inside. Drivers getting up into the wall protection there, trying to get out of there a little bit. It is going to be Sean Leisure, your race leader. Aiden Kirker right now trying to come right for him. Hard drive off to the turns, wide into the corner there. A little bit loosey-goosey there for Leisure. He hangs on to it. Eric G. Gann just trying to be as smooth as he possibly can, trying to get there to Beckett Brown. 4 advance in this one. The rest will be having to go to the concede. Hard racing out of the distance. Kirker trying to get to Leisure. Wants to try to get a better spot there coming from the draw. Looking for any kind of run he can get. Leisure right now just trying to hold him back as much as he possibly can. And you can just see him working every bit of that wheel. Using the throttle to his advantage and sticking the gas pedal right into the floorboards. Oh my. Beckett Brown get a little ka-chow in there, a little. That 9 machine is rolling right through. He's got some speed down the inside. He's got something for the Iceman. Can McQueen, then McQueen 9 throw the slide job. He did a little bit. Throws Kirker for a little bit of a loop. Kirker lifts the right front up. He's trying to get it to dig again. Trying to build up a little bit extra speed. 2 laps to go here. Coming down the line though. It is Sean Leisure, your race leader. White flag out this time on by. The number 67, excuse me, putting everything he's got up to the table. As they lean him back down, the 15 John O'Brien going to be put a lap down to the finish. It's Sean Leisure winning heat number 1. Second will go to Beckett Brown. Aiden Kirker going third. Eric G. Gann gets the final transfer spot. Well, my, folks, that was an interesting first heat to start this race season up. This all-star race, I should say. Here is your results for that one. Leisure going to be your winner. Beckett Brown second, third, and Kirker fourth again. Now onto the stage here. Heat number 2. On the pole. In the number 26, it'll be Michael Corbin, the outside. In the number 048, it is Donald Blackburn. Row number 2. In the 49, Aiden Price outside. And the 69, Brad Hunt. Row number 3 will be the 48 of Logan Hoskins with the 14 of David White. And then finally, Cody Tabor is your final starter in this one. Field getting ready to line up back in position here. Now getting ready for what should be a wild little race to come. Corbin and Blackburn are going to be your 2 starters. As they roll them down for heat number 2 action here. Let's see what happens when you bring him to the table. Bring him to the line off of corner number 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Let's get to racing. Down on the edge there, down through number 1 and 2. There it will be. Aiden Price immediately trying to jump right onto Michael Corbin's corner there. Corbin immediately trying to back down. Little Robbins racing there as Blackburn throws the 48 right in between with the 49. Oh, he's still trying to get in there a little bit. He's clipping every bit of corner as if he's trying to clip every bit of the turns. Meanwhile, Brad Hunt trying to get away from Logan Hoskins to keep that solidified spot to enter into the A main. Everybody else right now trying to fight to scratch and claw their way up. Michael Corbin, though, huge lead out right now as the track starts to wear and tear a little bit. It will slick up a little bit more, and it will become a lot harder to control the car out there, especially when you're trying to master out the gas pedal like this. But you can just see how hard these things are to turn. They do not want a corner. They're driving as low as they possibly can to try to get the speed off, whereas everybody else is just trying to find wherever angle they can get from and hope for the best. Running back down the line. A little bit of laps, little smashing and bashing, little rubbins racing. Oh! Ho, ho! Blackburn goes right in between Price, Gates to Price, and that one may not go well for Burn if he gets caught up again. Corbin just got completely nudged out of that one. Oh, look at this. Trouble up there. This is your battle for that transfer spot. Brad Hunt in the 69 catching Logan Hoskins. They got lap traffic right down the way. Look out. We got ourselves a battle going on. Swinging down the inside. There goes the leader right through. White is out. Checkers is up. But we got ourselves a winner. Oh, my. So Brad Hunt just barely taking down Logan Hoskins, and I don't even know what the heck happened there, but that was a show. Okay, well, let's take a look at Heat 2 results here. Michael Corbin's going to win it. Donald Blackburn going to go second. Aiden Price is going to go third. Brad Hunt fourth. Logan Hoskins goes fifth. Everyone else not able to get where they wanted to be there. They are in warm-up session now, so we're currently getting ourselves squared up onto the track. We'll let these drivers go ahead and get a feel for everything here as we go listening to them as well here. Time to take a listen to the guys right now here. Aiden Price now on the line with me here. And Aiden, definitely a bit of a wild little scenario there, having to go in between with these drivers there. What was going through your mind in that heat?
You know, the car just got real tight all of a sudden, and I see that he doored me, and I got a little frustrated, so, and especially him being a teammate, so.
You got 50 laps of the distance coming up. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Go ahead. What were you going to say before I interrupt you there, Aiden? Sorry about that.
Oh, none. Am I on live TV?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're on live. You're on a live show right now, buddy. We're interviewing with you.
No, I mess around.
All right.
Yeah, no, just unexpected, so.
For sure there. I guess I'll ask this last thing here. You have 50 laps coming up. Obviously, it's a short track. It's a bull ring. I mean, I know you're gonna get some beating and banging, but do you think you can get this 489 to handle up to try to take the front this time around?
Yeah, I think I can. You know, I'm very familiar with dirt cars, unfamiliar with these, but I think I can figure it out.
For sure there. All right. Well, nevertheless, best of luck to you, bud. Aiden Price, ladies and gentlemen, on the line there. We'll take it down now here to Becca Brown here. Becca, you got a copy down there?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Becca, heat number one. Talk about some results there. You go flying in like a kamikaze mission and put it all on the line there now. Having to try to figure it out here in the A main. What's kind of playing through the mindset for you?
Taking it slow the first two stages, seeing what we can do. I think I got a good car, and just seeing what we can do. Staying cool under pressure.
Stay cool under pressure indeed. Now, I know obviously there's a lot at stake and a lot on the game plan here. All-Star Race Open and all that. Really for you, though, I mean, what's the biggest challenge you're going to face kind of just working this car around this track?
The shifting. Going into 1 and 2, shifting, and then trying to get it back in gear. Second place on the straightaway. Second gear on the straightaway. Sometimes it shifts, sometimes it doesn't for me, so we'll see if that has a big factor.
All right, we will certainly see it as well here. Becca, thank you so much for your time down there.
Well, thank you.
Becca Brown, ladies and gentlemen, on the line. Time to listen in here real quick with Brad Hunt, see how he's holding up on down there. Brad, you got a copy down there?
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys?
Going pretty good on our end here today. Brad, I believe it's Heat 2 there. We saw you in absolutely a bit of a little wild scenario there. That fourth spot between you and I can't quite remember who else you were racing with there. But, I mean, you two just threw everything to the line, kind of put each other to the limit there to get that spot. I mean, was that just kind of just hard racing, or are you just thinking maybe it was a little time just kind of show these guys I'm not playing around today?
It was Logan, and I mean, I sent him a message. I was like, I didn't mean to get into him like that. I don't mean, this is my first time running with these cars, and I appreciate, you know, Sean putting this league on. A guy that normally runs with us in this league, Robert Kelm, he actually told me about it, one of the racetracks that he races at, and I was there. And I was all like, cool, I'll try it out. I mean, I'm having fun with these cars. It's something different.
Something different, something to kind of figure out. I know obviously these cars aren't really built for dirt, but for your stance and where you're thinking, really where does the mindset kind of play at, and like how do you kind of really navigate with the front wheel drive versus what usually we drive rear wheels?
I have no idea really. Um, I mean, I know the like you change. Well, one of the tips that Sean put in the Discord was that change your wheel degrees to help with steering, downshifting, braking.
Quite a bit to kind of figure out, right?
Yeah, a lot.
All right. Well, nevertheless, we are heading into the A main event. So for the 50 laps, best of luck down there, Brad. Thank you so much for your time down here.
Thanks for broadcasting, guys.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Hunt on the line there as we are getting ready to go out here for our A main event of the evening. 50 laps to the distance. The Chili Bowl ready to feel the power and the excitement that you can only get when you throw a car that does not belong on the dirt, but it's a lot of fun to figure out on the dirt. Trust me, I know. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you your all-star race for the front-wheel drive Sim Hub Racing League, presented in part by 505 ESports. Here is your starting lineup. On the pole, in the number 67, it'll be Sean Leisure. The outside, in the 26, Michael Corbin. Row number 2, in the 9, Beckett Brown. The outside, in the 048, Donald Blackburn. Row number 3 is the 39 of Aiden Kirker, but to the outside, in the 49, Aiden Price. Row number 4 is the 51 of Eric G. Gandy. Outside, in the 69, Brad Hunt. Row 5 is the 07 of Greg Langford, and the outside, the 48, Logan Hoskins. Row number 6 in the 15, it'll be John O'Brien. To the outside will be the 14 of David White. Row number 7 finalizes with Joseph Costello in the 4, and then the 1 is Cody Tabor. Race fans, this is their time, this is their place, this is their moment, this is their opportunity waiting for them. One final race on the dirt before we get a complete refresh of it. And why not? We'll throw them on the toughest short track of the dirt series and the dirt sections you can get them on with a car that will test these drivers to their limit. The pressure now mounting. Everybody currently just looking to get themselves situated out, a little bit more relaxed up. They know they're about to be part of history. They know they are setting themselves up for one last mad dash across the Chili Bowl, off the distance. Into corner number 3 and 4 will go, leading them right down to our starting line. Off a 3 and a 4, Corbin and Leisure set to take the stage, and the green drops. We are underway. Leisure immediately straight to the bottom. Fighting off the other drivers here, everyone just beating and banging. This is what's going to do to you. Side-by-side reaction here out of the gate. Kirker right now dealing with the pressure on from the back to the front. Beckett Brown right in the mix as well. And look at this now. Brown getting a little bit closer to Leisure. Leisure looking to try to defend him off here. Going to have a little bit of a company zone there as both drivers right now go head-to-head with one another. Beckett trying to get the Lightning McQueen number 9 up to that top spot. The TBG, the 67 though, Leisure not going to give up so easily. Aiden Price, the 49, still yielding some pressure from Donald Blackburn. Blackburn, the 48, driving in hard, but caution out on the track. That is Brad Hunt down there. He has come to a dead stop here, unfortunately. Car has refired. We're going to go to the P10 Race Team Instant Replay. Take a look at this one. Presented by 505 Esports. This is your P10 Racing Team Instant Replay. And you can see right here, just going in that corner there again, just got a little too loose, trying to fight it out there. Hunt tried to get out of it as well, and you can see that big hit there, unfortunately. Taking for a bit of a jump there, a little bit of a shot in the dark. Cost them dearly. So a lot of damage there, unfortunately, suffered on the 48 of Logan Hoskins. Now, we're not counting caution laps here, guys. That will not be needed. So the drivers pretty much from here just go rolling right back around as soon as they get settled back down. And you can see Beckett already playing a little mind games down there with Leisure. Leisure probably just telling himself, ignore his little games, ignore his little tricks. Focus on yourself. Drive your line, drive your race. Oh yeah, did I mention we put a camera up in the ceiling booth here, guys? I didn't get very many good camera angles I could use, so I had to work with what I got. But nevertheless, we're going to double them up here. Settle them on back down through 1 and 2. They will be heading to the back straightaway here. The intensity starting to fold up again here as we're going to lead them right back off of corner number 4. Back to the green. Leisure Brown, lead them down. And everybody wants a piece of room. Everyone wants a piece of real estate. They'll swing their right in there. Price immediately fighting through. Trying to get out of that mess. Blackburn still dealing with him there. Eric G. Gann getting slipped and tipped and around. And the CNL Carpets. 07 Langford. Meanwhile, mixing a little bit of this passing zone. There goes the 48 Hoskins. Deep dives it around. John O'Brien now facing every bit of the company there. Brad Hunt also taking him for a bit of a loop. While they go at it there. Line traffic now coming up on them. Becca Brown still trying to find a little run there on the TBG 67. Hassan Leisure. Leisure trying to just keep the Rusty's Medicaid Buproy machine away. That was a mouthful if I ever said one, and they are still at it here. Everyone's starting to pace out a little bit. You can see the field starting to separate. They're trying to get a little bit more grip, a little bit more ground, but again, the track's starting to wear and tear. As the wee Iceman cometh in the Iceman Kirker. Looking on, and he sees 3 cars going for a lead. He wants to be a part of the battle and make it a 4-way. A fatal 4-way is quite a show, and this is going to be something that they can get it going here. Side by side for a little bit there. Still back out of it. The 26 of Corbin right now looking strong, looking good through the corners. Just needs to try to find a little bit extra give there. Crazy to believe these drivers are running at this kind of speed, this kind of level with a front-wheel drive car, and at the same time they're still hammering every little bit of that speed and then having to run their way through lap traffic. That is the 4 of Joseph Costello and, the 15 of John O'Brien. Of course, but it's supposed to be the 4 of John O'Brien down there, not the 15s for the clarification. He's got a custom number on it, not the sim stamp number I'm seeing. Battle for second between Becca Brown and Corbin right now. Both guys hot on their trails. Corbin trying to get the inside, looking for a run. Oh, he's going to get a little bit more than just an inside. He gets a whole corner's worth, sends it on his way, and he knows that he sees Leisure right in the mix of traffic. But these two will not leave each other alone. Battle hard off. Big run there from Corbin. He got a run on Beckett. Got him straight through. Now trying to get to Leisure down there. Leisure struggling through traffic. Traffic doing the 6-7 in a little bit. Back and forth with them as now Kirker comes into the picture. Leisure has got to be thinking, what the heck do I got to do to get away from these guys? They're crazy. Oh, my. I don't think crazy is the word to use. I think they may be a little bit insane. That was a nasty, nasty little shot there. Antonio Treza says these are front wheel or rear wheel drives. These are front wheel drives, my friend. Good to have you on board again. It's good to see you. These are front wheel drive cars, no rear wheel. You're purely using the entire front end and you're just trying to steer it in. And again, you're driving on an extremely tough little track, so good luck trying to corner it off around these parts of town. Caution out on the track here. Caution is out. I believe that might be on Logan Hoskins. We'll take a look at the P-Team Racing TV Instant Replay. That looks like that might have been trouble there. See if we get a bird's eye view here and see what happened. Looks like maybe Langford. Yeah, I'll say I'm kind of missing something here. I'm not seeing where the caution kind of flew out. Unless I'm completely missing it here. Yeah, caution came out, but I'm not totally sure where or why it did, so I'm just going to have to go with the old gut and say that was probably some debris on the track. The instant repairs, by the way, are kind of useless here. They are going to take a lot of damage. They're going to take a lot of work here, so you get beat up and banged up a little bit, you just keep on driving. Treza says they have a handbrake. Not completely sure on that one. Do not quote me there, but I think they might. But I can tell you, when I drove it, I never used a handbrake. The only thing I used was my foot and my gas pedal. occasionally just tap that brake a little bit, swings the rear end out as your front digs in. Then you can just slam the gas. The front of the nose actually will dig in, corner off, and it actually rolls through the corners a little bit. So that's actually kind of how most of them will tell you how to race it around these parts. But I will say too that it's extremely difficult to get that kind of run, that kind of track playing with this kind of surface on the track here too. And again, it's not a fresh surface for the record. It's a burnt surface, but unfortunately my graphics did not quite get set to show you guys that. This is the last time we ever see this kind of dirt until the update does come. So yeah, tomorrow night I for sure will be updating my graphics up a bit, making sure that we are up to par with what it actually should look like. So do not fear, I swear we are working on it. Here we go now. Gonna reel them right around, off again here. One more time by Leisure Corbin. Getting the motors revved up for this one off to the starting line. To bring them right back in and around. Pace truck is now off this time. Here they come. Rolling back to the green. Big jump from Leisure. Leisure sets them off. Leisure got a great start there. So did Aiden Price, the 49 iRacing.com machine, throwing some haymakers in there. Here comes Blackburn in the middle as well. Hey, look at this. Battle for the lead. Beckett Brown, Sean Leisure, head to head. Look out back down there. Trouble, trouble. Aiden Price going for a little bit of a tail whip and spin down there. And I know that young man's going to be a little bit more frustrated than usual. Taking for a wild little situation there. Beckett Brown probably just thinking if I just had at least one more lap to get around Leisure, I'd have been okay. But instead, has to suffer the consequences. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, Bryce gets clipped here big time. There it is. There's the hit. There's Kurt for the Iceman getting trapped again. Getting out of it. Michael Corbin, though, definitely the one that set off that chain of reactions. And Corbin has been told, you're going to the back for that one, sir. You serve the penalty, you must deal with the penalty. Well, race fans, I hope you guys are enjoying this one so far. Thank you all so much for watching again. If you are new to the channel here, be sure to like and follow us up here on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We will have this race in its entirety on the show here in just a little while. Nevertheless, we really appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in. Still just about halfway done with this race here and halfway to go still. You gotta believe in Leisure's mind right now too. He's just thinking, oh boy, I've got to just do whatever I can to hang on. Don't let them get too comfortable and don't get too cocky. Focus on my run, focus on my line. Off the distance, back through the quarter. Green flag out. Beckett Brown trying to get a jump on him. And it might have worked there a little bit. Got a good run coming off as everyone else continues to constantly through. Battling off. Oh my. Aiden Price just sent it straight in there. Now he's going head to head here with the 07 of Greg Langford. Langford damaged up the front. Doesn't care. He's going for broke. He's pushing on these boys. Meanwhile, now back ahead. Here we go. Race lead up for grabs. Leisure trying to hold the bottom. Brown trying to cross him. To the crossover. Can he get him in the corner? No, he still can't. Leisure holds him down. I swear I'm watching my little short track I have in my town I call races for right now. This is awesome. Shout out to my boys at River Bottom Raceway. This is some fun shows right here, folks. Coming down the edge here. Look at this little 3 wide. Oh, that usually doesn't work, and that certainly won't. Michael Corbin takes the number 48 Logan Hoskins to the shadow round. Both drivers taking for a ride. Oh my, my, my. Shan Bottle joins us in as well. She's saying front wheel as well about the car. Yep, it is a front wheel drive down there. And Shan, thanks for tuning on in. Look at this. 3 wide salute. Oh my. It almost worked too until somebody decided, nope, that doesn't work for me. Nasty, nasty little hit there, unfortunately. And all drivers taking a very tough little hit there. You know, the crazy thing is, I think, Shannon, I think you would have a little bit of experience driving these front wheels. Cause I think I was having to deal with you more often than not on these cars about a season ago in an event we were dealing with. Let alone just your normal racing driving you actually did back in the day. So if anybody wants to talk front wheel drive, she's the expert, not me. I'm just good with rear wheels and front all-wheel drive, so. The field now getting ready to roll back around here. We're going to get that pace truck off this time on by. And you can see the gaps, the distances, everybody right now facing ahead. They know they can't be making too many mistakes here. There's a lot on the line, a lot at play here. 23 laps left to go, coming to the line. Sean Leisure leading it. Beckett Brown been fighting him for every little bit he's got out of him. Down through turn number 3 and turn number 4 here. Let's settle him back down. Green flag back in the air. 23 left. Langford immediately getting pulverized in there. You can hear the gas pedals just getting mashed up as much as they're mashing their equipment up together. Oh, look at this now. Beckett Brown leaving the door open. Leisure now has to face off with the wee Iceman because the 39 of Eden Kirker now coming for him. Brown, though, he's not a quitter. He fights back. And speaking of fighting back down there, Eric Gann and Aiden Price hard on the gas pedals and hard on themselves. 3 wide down through turn number 1 and 2, it looks like. And it's a battle off as Corbin gets ahead of Hunt and O'Brien. Now looking to shoot through the gaps. Neither driver giving an inch. It's still not giving an inch. Brown finally getting around Kirker. Here comes Blackburn. Blackburn looking to give him a nasty little burn down there as he is just ripping it around on that bottom lane. They're trying to stay to as low as they can in the bottom, gain some speed off. You heard him also shifting. They said they had to shift in with the sequential shifter and kind of get themselves settled back down. There's a lot they're working through in this car. And facing up against, woo-hoo-hoo. Corbin and Langford, man, these two just going head to head one another, and Langford probably not too happy he got past the way he did, but again, there's no hurt feelings in this race. It's all about just who can hang on and not deal with that. Oh no. Hoskins gets a little run there, taking it right to Langford, but he overdrives the corner. Langford trying to get back underneath them as Hunt watches from behind. The CNL Carpets going ahead with the Rusty's Medicaid bump Royman 48 again. Shoots the gap in. Meanwhile, your race leader, Sean Leisure, driving a completely different line. 14 laps to go this time for him. He's just leading it out. Smashed the gas pedal, and O'Brien getting eaten alive down there like somebody's meal ticket down there. Oh, my word. And O'Brien getting trapped up there for a minute. Kirker and Blackburn going hard on the throttle, back into the back sets here. Every driver, oh, my. Watch out, O'Brien. Either is going for a wide ride or he's getting himself trapped up into that ride. Caution's out. The four is stuck on top there. And you'll get it taken off there at least, but that was a nasty little hit. Oh my. Let's take a look at that restart. Let's take a look at that move here that unfortunately got him into trouble. Right front looks like it's completely destroyed. And then look at this. He goes airborne into the fence. The fan's just jawing in the air. Literally shocked seeing a car go flying, let alone a front wheel drive car. O'Brien right now trying to get into pit road. Again, the right front is cooked. It's destroyed. He's trying to get it suited, it's situated. Has to go in and get the insert repair done if he can, and it looks like he's having all sorts of problems down there. Antonio Treza, I think he likes what he sees. He says these dudes are just setting at every corner. Antonio, that's the whole point with this car in this track, man. You gotta set it to the corner. Oh man, there's no holding back in this kind of racing. It's literally a bull ring-esque kind of track for all the wrong reasons. They run usually just the little midget cars down here, the dirt midgets, so they know them as. But I've raced sprint cars on this thing, and I've seen literally late models, and even NASCAR Truck Series ran on this thing. There are some absolutely wild little configurations they can put together, and believe it or not, it's awesome as it gets. So, But this is the first time we've ever seen the front wheel drives actually in the Chili Bowl, to my knowledge. So, for what it's worth, I'll give them credit. It actually worked out quite well. The cars can hold up and they take the beating pretty good. So, but don't let my excitement get the better of you guys. This is where the excitement starts to really kick up. Down through turn number 3 into turn number 4. Leisure going to set the single pace start. Back online. Green flag out. He's going to set him down. Oh, look out down there. Oh, look at this. Smack down the corner around now. Battle back for the lead. Leisure and Brown now dead set on one another here. Back in through the turn number 1 and 2. Leisure trying to get Brown. Brown fights him. Leisure trying to hold it. Brown, look at this. We got clean racing. That's textbook racing. Meanwhile, in the middle, these guys are doing anything but textbook as caution's out. Trying to see who caused that one. I can't quite get a number out there. Caution is out. Sean Leisure coming to a dead stop. Going to wait for the pace truck. That's what he is waiting on right now. And we're without 10 laps to go. We'll turn to 9 laps the next time I'm by. And again, caution laps do not count. So they will go the full distance. The field is doubled up again here. It looks like they're going to give another double-handed restart here. With 10 laps to go, we're going to put the top 5 on your screen here, folks, because that will swap and change out more often than you can care to count. If you don't believe us, just watch for your own eyes. This could get a little wild. Off the distance in 3 and 4. Everybody wanting to get the start. And the green is out. Here we go. Beckett Brown and Sean Leisure immediately going head-to-head here. All the other drivers right now just kind of stacked up in the pack. Leisure now dealing with company on that door handle. Brown's been coming for him. He's trying to get it. Here's a slide job initiated. He got to the inside. Big pass there from Brown. Brown got him in the corner. Leisure trying to fight him. Kirker fighting right in there too. Price now making his way through as Blackburn gets right in between. Side by side to the inside. Leisure is rubbing and racing, rattling some cages. Oh, my friends. This is something here. Brown waited all day. Got a run there on Leisure, but Leisure still trying to fight him. Brown now desperately trying to kick the ground up a little. Price with more troubles. Caution's back out. Price is in trouble down there. I told you I am not totally sure on that whole restart ordeal. You'd have to ask them, but I'm presuming it's something to do with just the way they were on the first go. Like they didn't get it going, and then they got that last part started. So I'm presuming it was because of the way they started. But there you see what happened with the caution. I feel bad for Aiden right now, man. He's taking a lot of hits, but I mean that youngster certainly knows how to handle it out there. Watch this. He takes a beating here. Yeah, you can just see too. Like, look at his eyes. His expression just says it all. He was not happy about that. It's like I just got up to the front again. Next thing I know, I'm getting my butt handed to me again. This is not right, guys. Oh man. Well, the drivers know we're almost through this one. We'll have 6 laps remaining coming to the line. And honestly, the 6 laps could go either way, honestly, at this point. I don't know what the heck to expect. So right now, the 9 of Beckett Brown, your race leader. Antonio Treza says we have a new leader this restart. We certainly do, and it looks like now they did not get the laps they wanted, so they're going to do a single file. Yeah, I think it's based off of whether or not they could get enough clean laps in before caution was initiated. This will be a big one here. Brown this time will have to now feel the pressure. Green's back out. Leisure immediately right on his car. Bump and tag, looking for the drive. Trying to get a run on Brown. Brown trying to defend him. He's pushing him. He's jumping him. There's a big move there. Big rub off there. Brown trying to hang on. Leisure is dealing with every bit he can on him. Looking to the inside. He's trying to catch a corner of him there. Maybe make a run. He did. He caught him in the corner. Now can he push it in there? Oh, he did, but he almost lost it completely in the turn. Up on the top of the curb and into the corner he went. We've got ourselves 3 laps remaining. Kirker not out of this one yet either. Brown is dealing with every hit he can. He's trying to hold it. It's going to come down to trouble because John O'Brien has got another caution. We're going to a green-white checkered. Oh my goodness, what on earth happened to O'Brien? See if we can get a look what happened to the 4 here. Looks like he might have caught it. Yep. Oh man, Aiden Price down there got destroyed. Let's see if we can see Aiden Price, by the way, out of the race. The car is totaled up, so he is not going to be able to continue on. Here's what happened. And he drove like a madman in there. Next thing you know, he got sent. Ouch, ouch, and oh, what's that other word? Oh yeah, ouch. And he just said, I've had enough for one night. Nevertheless, it was an honor to have him on television here today. And yes, you were on live TV there, Hayden. But don't knock yourself down, buddy. You did a great job here fighting it out with these drivers. I'll give you that any day of the week, man. All right, they are not wasting time. This is it. Green, white, checkered. Green is out. Can they get 2 final laps in? Brown immediately getting a good run. Leisure trying to catch him in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, this time by, this is your white flag lap presented by 505 Esports. White is out. Brown trying to hold down. Leisure had him there for a minute. Can he get him one more time in the corner? He's going to send it in there down to the final ledge. It's Beckett Brown, your winner today. Wow. Wow. Oh, my, my, my. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, your All-Stars race winner, the 9 Lightning McQueen Rusty's medicated bumper meal machine, the 9 of Beckett Brown, victorious in the famed Chili Bowl. What a race. And these guys are probably going to destroy something, so it's time I go take a look at our feature results. Here are your results down on the track here. Oh my, this was something, folks. Beckett Brown holds on for this one. He'll take the victory. John Leisure did everything he could to hold on for the win. Couldn't get it done. Aiden, the Iceman Kirker, back in the podium on Pizza Race TV. Who would have thought? But on dirt of all things, pretty impressive. Michael Corbin comes in flying high, goes sent back, then around. He goes 4th. Eric G. Gann, good to see him back out there. He's still fighting with the best of them. He goes 5th. Greg Langford going to go 6th. Donald Blackburn just threw it everywhere and then some, and he goes 7th. Brad Hunt fighting and scratching and clawing goes 8th. Logan Hoskins not giving up goes 9th. John O'Brien will take it to a top 10 at least. And I think we've just sent a car out of the parking lot, so I think it might be time to start getting ready to close up shop. Let's take a listen to your top 3 drivers. What a wild show this one was. Oh my word. All right, your 3rd place finisher today. He comes to us as the Iceman, cometh as always. Aiden Kirker is back on the show. Aiden, congratulations on a 3rd place finish today. And oh boy, did you find yourself in a bit of a drive with some of these guys. You were fighting hard and scratching with some of them.
Yeah, this is definitely. I texted Joe Costello, the overhead admin, before the race. I was like, "This is different." I've never driven a track and car combo like this, and it was actually a lot of fun. I was pleasantly surprised. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of you get your elbows up and can't be afraid to rub fenders because it's pretty hard avoiding that even if you tried. But no, it was fun.
Yeah, I was about to say, throwing a lot of hard shots and little haymakers here and there, but I mean, for the fact that you're able to keep yourself pretty relatively clean, I mean, for really going out here with this front-wheel drive car on this kind of tough level track, I mean, that's certainly got to mean something too for you in your cases, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have never driven a front wheel drive car under. Like I am super into sprint cars and the big block modifieds. Like that's I love doing that. That's my wheelhouse. Even probably even over the NASCAR stuff that I do most of the time. But this was definitely different. You had to turn left to go left instead of go right to go left. You couldn't really steer that much. Um, but you could steer with the throttle. It was just kind of awkward for me to learn. And then by the time I had learned it, it was a little too late, and the track position game kind of fell apart. Because in the last segment, you probably had to be the top two if you really had a legitimate shot at the win. Because it was just so difficult to pass. You kind of had to run through people, and I just didn't feel like I wasn't up to just putting Sean or Beckett. So I just was like, you know what, third place, you get money. If they wreck, they wreck, and I can sneak through and get a better spot, then cool. But no shame in third place.
No shame indeed, man. It's great to hear from you again. We haven't heard you in so long, and you're coming away today as your third place finisher. So who do you want to thank for this one?
Just want to thank Sean, Michael, and Joe for putting on the league. Joe invited me last week to come run this, and I'll be back again next week. I think it's a good time. It's definitely something different. You don't really see a lot of leagues doing this. But I enjoyed myself. It might not have been the cleanest racing, but it was fun. And anything that's in the name of fun, I'll be there for. So yeah, thanks to the guys. Thanks to you for broadcasting. It's good to hear from you, and I'll be glad to go fire up the broadcast and rewatch it on the TV. It's always good listening to you and watching the broadcasts.
I hope you enjoy this one, man. It's great to see the old Iceman back on the show. Congratulations out here.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Aiden the Iceman Kirker, ladies and gentlemen, went back with us here. Time to listen to your second place finisher today. Sean Leisure there, man, throwing every bit he could at the driver's end himself. But Sean, you had Beckett Brown pretty much trying this entire race to get around you. Coming to the final 10 laps, he finally snookers his way in. Caution comes out. What was going through your mind at that point?
Man, I don't know. It was a lot of fun regardless, but yeah, no. At that point, when the caution started coming out within that last 10 lap segment, after leading the entire thing throughout that point, I really had an idea in my head. I mean, we and him were rubbing a little bit and bumping, so I figured I would give him a few shots. And coming down to that final restart, we touched exiting 4, and I knew I had one last shot and gave it all I had. Gave him a shot entering 4, but it upset his car really on. He went away with it. But overall, I mean, it was a fun race with him. He got to second pretty quick, hung in there, and it was definitely a test of endurance with this one because this means 50 laps on a front wheel drive that isn't really supposed to be on dirt on iRacing. But it was a fun race regardless, though, with him, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah, we enjoyed every bit of seeing you guys just going head to head with one another, throwing everything you got to the line all around. I mean, just the near fact, though, that you guys were able to hold on where you did and really fight where you did as well. I mean, that's got to be literally, in your mind, just impressive just to even come out clean with whatever you did with each other.
You know, it was definitely. I was impressed by like the top 5 guys. I mean, I was looking in my mirror and I saw them all battling out on top of each other. Even the whole field in the back too. They're all over each other. I mean, this was definitely a racy track. You could run the middle. You could be side by side with a guy, and I mean, as long as you gave each other just enough room, it would go great. And me and Beckett, we proved that. So I mean, we went side by side for probably 3 laps at one point. So just the nose to nose. I mean, it was a good race. I'd say it was pretty successful, and I had fun. So as long as everyone else had fun too, that's the only reason we do it.
Well, man, I'll ask this. So you want to thank her for this one?
Man, I gotta thank TBG Tune, Magico Motorsports, LNE Transportation, A15 Suspension, of course, everyone who comes out and supports the league every week. I put it on for them, and I definitely just enjoy seeing everyone have fun. That's all. That's the only reason we're gonna do it.
For sure there. Oh, congratulations popping up a second place finisher today, Sean.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you for sticking around.
Hey, man, we loved coming out here. It was a lot of fun. Thanks so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sean Leisure, ladies and gentlemen. What a day for him. But for this guy, he's going to have quite a day here in Victory Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Beckett Brown. And Beckett, whoo, boy, oh boy. You had everybody behind you, fighting you, scratching you, and taking you for a wild ride. Kirker got you a few times. Corbin was throwing a few haymakers. And then finally, you get it to Leisure. And then that last 10 laps was just all about you just getting every bit of that pump bumper getting knocked around and you just hanging on. How the heck were you able to do it, sir?
Just hanging out. I knew I had a good car. I knew it was faster than Kurzer just a little bit. I was worried about the 39 passing me. I wouldn't matter. I wouldn't care if he had passed me. I said he'd get past the 67. But the last 10 laps were mine. I just waited and waited. I knew I had a chance when we had single file.
Waiting for the single file, waiting for the right times to strike. I know obviously you had a lot on your game plan, on your mind there, but when you were getting pretty much right to the end, at that point, were you just thinking, if I could just hold on to a certain area, is that pretty much the last I need to hang on for it?
Yeah, I was really hoping I could hold the bottom really well, which I kind of kept hitting the berm a little bit and sliding up. But all those cautions really screwed me. I feel like I got to get a better long run car than a short run car.
For sure there. Well, hey, nevertheless, though, you have come away with the race win today. So, Beckett, I will ask you this, sir. Who do you want to thank for this victory today?
Thank all my teammates, Aiden Price, Donald Blackburn, Logan Hoskins, and my team owner, John O'Brien, for giving me this opportunity to run the league and the sponsoring the race.
For sure there. All right, well, Beckett, you are the All-Stars race winner today. Congratulations, bringing it on home to Victory Lane in the Chili Bowl, sir.
Thank you.
Beckett Brown is the winner and the champion in the All-Star race of season here. What a race. What a day. Again, guys, if you have the time, check out Front Wheel Drive Sim Hub Racing League. These guys definitely a lot of fun to watch and definitely a lot of fun to race around, I bet. So, what a performance. What a show. Fans alike, this was the last time we see the dirt that was once beloved that turned, it might have been a little sour, but now it's getting a beautiful refresh soon. But with all said and done, this was a perfect way to get us to that refresh. So thank you to Front Wheel Drive Sim Hub Racing League for letting us come on out and broadcasting this one. What a performance, what a show, and man, I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow night. So we have more coverage to go, and I guarantee you we'll have a lot more dirt races to be had, and hopefully when the refresh comes, there is much more to see. But for now, race fans, we sign off with this. Thank you so much for tuning in to broadcast tomorrow. We'll catch you next time.